Hello Libra, welcome to my channel. Today I'm trying to do a fun reading about your soul's guilty pleasure. We all have a guilty pleasure, whether that's binge watching romantic comedies, taking lingering bubble baths, or eating chocolate until we get sick, right? So your soul also kind of has pleasures when we are really stepping into kind of our light and our purpose. Our soul begins to sing. And so this is a reading to help you to reconnect with your soul's purpose and maybe why you're here, and to give you some advice. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started. I did go ahead, this is a lot of shuffling. So I went ahead and shuffled and pulled the cards, but I haven't looked at them. So we're going to go ahead and start off with the animal spirit. So you have the frog. Okay, so the frog is an animal that is born in the water, and then, kind of grows the legs. It's a tadpole, and then it kind of evolves and grows into a frog that goes on to land. But then when the frog is laying their eggs, they go back to the water to lay their eggs. So they always live near water. And the frog is kind of a reminder that you may be needing to take some kind of movement towards self-care. So your soul's guilty pleasure is you taking care of yourself, like giving yourself, what it needs to feel replenished. A lot of times, a frog indicates that you've been overworking yourself or you have a lot of stress in your life. And frogs are meant to leap, right? And in order to keep leaping, what you have to do is you have to make sure you don't have any like baggage that you're carrying with you. And water represents our emotions and kind of like washing away things that may have happened in the past, or you may have just kind of like, been really stressed at work or in a relationship or something. And this is just letting you know that it's okay. If you need to take time for yourself right now, it's fine. It's a good time to do that. So in this, and I'll put the name of this down in the description. I think it's You Can Be Your Own Magic. Okay, so here you have the Tower. Unplug and relax for a spell. Well, that's kind of going with your frog, right? So some of you may have recently had some type of a tower moment. You may have ended a relationship. You could have maybe, had something go on at work. You may have moved your position. You may have, lost your job. There could be just some stresses in your life. The tower moment also, though, can represent kind of like one of those aha moments where we realize our belief systems are not working for us. And it could be something in that line. And the reason I say that is because the frog is about emotions. And when we start really kind of diving in and looking at our belief systems, and a lot of us are doing that because of the, moving into Aquarian energies, that we're kind of like taking a look at some of those belief systems that we had in the past that worked, and now we're kind of like rethinking them, and that can be really emotional. So this is just another indicator. So it's our first two cards are kind of indicators that if you're feeling like you just need time to be by yourself, take care of yourself, nurture yourself, do some yoga if you want to, take long walks in nature, those types of things, that is going to be, a pleasure for your soul, because I feel like you may be going through a kind of a big transition right now. Oh, so in the Sacred Traveler cards, you have surrendering to the journey, release control. I feel like your tower moment really could have something to do with, your belief systems. And sometimes that comes up even when we like leave a relationship or leave a job or some other type of situation. Sometimes what can happen is that's when we have those tower moments. We start looking at what we thought was to be true, and now it's no longer true. And this is spirit just coming in and saying, this is all part of your journey. Like, Don't try to control the boat. Don't try to control where you're going. Just go with the flow. Just allow what is about to happen or what you're going through. Just allow it. Just go ahead and surrender. Just be in the boat and go with the flow. Okay, so now what we're going to do is I pulled a character card and a tool card. So the character card kind of represents your superhero character, who you are as a superhero, and your tool is like your superhero weapon. So let's see what superhero you are. Oh, I love it. It goes so well with your first 3 oracle cards. Okay, so the explorer, yes. You are exploring some new ideas. You are exploring some new belief systems. You may be exploring some new types of relationships, new career paths. You're kind of like on this total discovery. This tower moment has caused you to rethink what you thought was the way the world worked, the way the universe worked, your purpose. You may be like, it's going to resonate differently for each of you. But now that's why they're wanting you to surrender, because your soul is awakening to the idea of exploring some other options, exploring different belief systems that you might want to look into, some different kinds of ways of thinking about love or relationships, about how you make money. It's like a huge shift, I believe, for some of you. Now, look at this. This is your superhero weapon magnet. This is so perfect for you, Libra, because you're so charismatic, right? Like, people are so attracted to you because, you're just, you're so like balanced, right? You're the Justice card. You're balanced. You're witty. You're charming. And so you're kind of like a magnet. And this is Spirit telling you to go ahead and explore, because what you're going to be doing is attracting the people, the circumstances, the opportunities that you need to attract in right now in order for this journey, right, to go well. So there's no need to control it. The universe has your back. It's going to go well. Okay, so let's look at your oracle cards that go with the explorer energy. Okay, so you have discovery. You are discovering new things. And if you look at that, he's kind of holding up like a golden nugget, right? It's kind of like you are going out and you're panning for gold. You're going to find this golden nugget. And what it might be is something that you find out about yourself. Like, this could be you finding your true purpose in life. This could be you discovering a special gift that you can share with the world that'll start a new career path for you. This could be you discovering a new person in your life. This is so exciting, so exciting. And really, look at this. You have explorer, discovery, and the journey. But Spirit wants you to know it's time to clean it up. And the clean it up means you have to finish up some unfinished baggage. Sometimes when endings come, we don't finish them completely. We don't clean it up. We don't finish out the cycle. And before you can really surrender to this journey, you notice she has nothing in the boat, and gender doesn't matter, but it's the energy. She's in an empty boat. And it could be that you are kind of like harboring some baggage. I just got this. Remember when we were talking about the frog? I said the frog likes to leap, but the frog can't be carrying around a lot of extra baggage when it's leaping because, it just takes too much energy. So in order to surrender to this journey, what you have to do is you have to close out some of those past cycles. And that could be, conversations you need to have with people, or, if you're at work and, you have to finish a project, or maybe you have to, sell your house or whatever it is. There's things in your life that you need to finish up so that you can surrender to this journey and to discover who you really are, because this journey is bringing you lots of wisdom. Look at that. This is really exciting. Like, My heart rate has actually kind of increased a little bit. And it's because I get this sense that this is like really big for you. So I really do think that you want to close out whatever you need to close out from the past so that you don't have this baggage, so you can truly step into this journey, because you are going to discover something about yourself, a special talent, a gift, a new way of thinking that is really, oh my goodness, it's just like really a lovely energy. Just very exciting. I feel kind of like really excited. Okay, so let's look at these three to go with the magnet. Oh my goodness. Yes, so this journey is fated. It's on your path. Whatever happened in the past, this tower, it was meant to happen because it had to clear out some, a job or a relationship or relationships or belief systems that were no longer serving you. Not at all. And so that, as painful as that was, it had to happen. It was fated because there's something so much better for you. And you are just about to discover it. And it's time to take, some efforts and planning and taking action in this. And I think this really goes back to this clean it up, like making sure you're finishing out properly, whatever you're leaving behind. And sometimes that means you do have to have uncomfortable conversations or, express to people, how you feel about a situation that ended or regrets that you have. Whatever that is for you, it's like time to do it so that you can truly step into this explorer. Because look at this. This is light. This is sun. You are stepping into all of this new wisdom. Like you're really going on a spiritual journey. Your soul is very excited about this. You are going to have a lot of abundance, joy, happiness, new relationships, maybe even a brand new way of making money or a career path. It's you may be becoming like a spiritual teacher or something, sharing your wisdom with others. Very nice. Okay, so let's go to the tarot and we're going to see, so we're going to see what advice we can get. Wow, they are jumping. They're like the frog, they're jumping here. Okay, there's the Hermit card. Anything else? This one wants to come out. The Star card. Wow. Yeah, this is definitely deep. Okay, and this one. Okay, so these popped out first, so I'll take them. All right, so you have the Death card. You're definitely transforming. This is something that's really changing you at your soul's level. It's not just like a superficial change. This is really changing. Wow. Okay. And I think it was Gemini. So you might be, working with a Gemini or coming into meeting with a Gemini. They have these cards too. 7 of Wands. So that is speaking about like getting on top of the conflict. Like, the 5 of Wands is all the conflict, but the 7 of Wands is you're getting on top of the conflict, whether it's conflict with others or if it's even just internal conflict and you're ready to move on. This is kind of like cleaning it up, right? It's like going back and getting on top of the conflict, having your last say or whatever it is that you need to do, finishing things up and getting ready to move on. And moving on is going to help you to eliminate this 5 of Cups. And I have a feeling that this is, your leftover energy from the Tower moment. You're moving on from this energy. And wow, you have a lot of healing coming in with this. This card also, she's pouring the water in the 2 pitchers. It kind of comes back to that frog energy. Like maybe going back. Wow, I just got this. Maybe going back to your roots because like the frog goes back to the water to lay eggs. like going back to your childhood, maybe even looking at healing childhood traumas in order to bring in this new wisdom and light that won't, be with everybody. And stepping into, here's the King of Cups, this is you. I think stepping into understanding your emotions and learning how to express your emotions. The King of Cups sometimes can be like overly controlling your emotions, but you have released control. And I think this is expressing your emotions. And the Hierophant is about belief systems, but it also could be about marriage. If this is a romantic relationship that you're thinking, is centered around this tower, it could be about expressing your emotions, about your belief systems, about marriage, or wanting to get married or not get married or something like that. Really interesting, because the Hierophant is definitely your belief systems, and I really feel like you are stepping into something brand new when it comes to your belief systems. It may also bring in new relationships or a new career, that type of thing, but this is really about you kind of going through a spiritual awakening and changing the way that you think about some things that are, that you thought were just the way they were, the belief systems, right? Very, very spiritual path here. Just remember, surrender to the journey. Release that control. Release the control. Okay, so let's look at the creativity oracle card. So this is yours. And it says, be as clear, concise, and professional as you can when you explain your ideas to potential associates. And, this is the creativity oracle, so a lot of times it has to do with jobs and stuff like that. If your thing that you're starting to explore, if you're starting to explore a new creative job or a new going on a job interview, changing careers, trying to talk to bankers about getting a loan or something like that. Make sure that before you go to those interviews or appointments that you have clear, concise, and professional thoughts. Like really get, you have this planning and action card, right? Like really getting your ideas and your ducks in a row before you go to this interview or whatever it is. And, if you're the King of Cups and you're going to go and express your feelings to, someone that you've had a relationship with or you want to have a relationship with, whatever that is, whether romantic, family, or friend, you want to also spend that time getting your ideas, your thoughts concise and clear so that when you have that conversation, I guess what I'm saying is just don't wing it. Really kind of plan out what you want to say. Taking the time to really figure out how you feel and then expressing that clearly to the person that you're going to perhaps talk to when you're cleaning it up, clearing out the baggage of the past. Okay, so let's pull you a love oracle, Libra. And Libra, if you have enjoyed this reading, I would really appreciate it if you would like, subscribe, and share this video. I really appreciate all your support for my channel. Okay, so we have two that fell out, so I will take both. Okay. So I'll read this one first. Don't make decisions based on guilt or what you think you should do, for it is only in being true to yourself that you can be true to others. That's a really healing energy. And, I think that when you go and, especially if this resonates with you for the King of Cups, like being honest with the person, cleaning it up. And when you're cleaning it up, being honest. And, not saying what you think they want to hear. And especially, like if you're going on a job interview or talking to lenders or something, making sure that you're coming, you're doing what you're saying what you really want to say. Being true to yourself, because when you're true to yourself, you're also true to others. And the other one is, when it comes to matters of the heart, there is no right or wrong. Every choice you make expands your understanding of life and love. And I think this is a great energy because, Libra, you might, right now, you have like maybe a lot of major shifts going on in your life, and you may, Libra, you can kind of get stuck in your head because you're an air sign. And this is kind of letting you off the hook a little bit. It's allowing you to truly surrender to the journey, because what it's saying is there's no right or wrong way. Just go with it, and then things will work out. Every choice that you make will help you to understand life and love better. Oh, that's a beautiful energy. Beautiful energy. Okay, so now I'm going to do one of the messages from the universe, and then we'll do an angel message to finish it out. Okay, so we had change is always good. Change is scary, isn't it? But here the universe is saying, hey, this tower moment came in for a reason. Towers come when we're not willing to change on our own. And so this tower moment has happened because change is good. Actually, the only effective way of changing another person is by changing yourself. Works every time, guaranteed. Though I'm kind of partial to the way you are right now. Tally-ho, the universe. That's a great message, because you have to be yourself, right? And you have to allow those that are in your relationships, whether family, friends, romance, work relationships, you have to allow them to be themselves too. And so this is, just talking about the only thing you can change is yourself. You can't force others to change. So be who you are. Put it out there truthfully, because you got it on this card, right? Be true to you. Be true to them. And then surrender. Surrender to the journey. Allow things to go the way that, they're meant to go. Okay, your angel message. Compassion. Dearest one, be compassionate towards yourself. Surrender the self-criticism and fear that has you believing you need to improve in order to be worthy. You are perfect, just as you are. The only thing that needs to change is your perception. You will come to realize the jewel you are when you love and honor yourself as you are. And here you are, discovering the jewel that you are, right? And the only thing that has to change is your perception. And remember, we've been talking throughout this whole reading. This is kind of like you changing, your belief systems, your perception about something. And truly, once again, it said to be compassionate to yourself. Show yourself compassion. And this is you, the frog, washing off all that baggage, clearing out the past, and then surrendering to the journey ahead. Well, Libra, I have really enjoyed this reading, and I hope you have too. And I wish you lots of love and light in this situation and all your situations. Bye for now.